He was in a hurry, and he was very loud. I driving up to Northridge. Should have started this stream probably a half an hour ago, but I lost all my credit cards. I put them in my pocket because as I pulled them out to use them yesterday, somebody came up to me and I put them in my back pocket instead of putting them back in my wallet because I had to take care of something immediately. And so I'm taking care of that, and I never pulled them out of my pocket and put them back in my wallet. So I got extremely emotional trying to find them, and I went through my pants, I did laundry, I went through the washer, I went through the dryer, I pulled everything out, I checked all the pants pockets. Even though I know I was wearing khakis yesterday, I was checking jeans. I was like, just in case, I didn't wear what I thought I was wearing. So I went nuts. Somehow I threw them in my drawer, in my dresser drawer, and I found them. But not until I basically had a breakdown looking for them, because I'm just like, God, I gotta cancel my cards. And why I pulled 3 cards out of my wallet at once instead of just the one I needed, I don't know. Normally I'm very good about just pulling out the one I need. I'm talking about I lost my credit cards, just in case you didn't. But I post these things as live afterwards, so that I post them as public so that people can come back and watch them anytime they want. Wow, I'm almost to Rosecrans, a quarter mile away. I used to come up here in my 20s to an electronics swap meet. It's kind of a swap meet for nerds. And I would have to consider myself one of those because my brain works completely different than the average person. So I'm really good with electronics. I'm really good with computers and networking, and so I'm an electrician, but I'm also the captain of the Aviator. I worked in an office in my 20s where I was the manager of a limousine service. It was called Elite Service. We had Mercedes and Rolls Royce, and it was a great company to work for. And the owner, he bought a yacht. I grew up on boats. It was just a small 35-foot yacht, and he took it out and took me out and said, "Hey, let's go around the bay. I want to show you my new yacht." But he brought it back into the dock, and he couldn't get it into the. Somebody's just drifting into my lane. He couldn't get it into the slip. So after 5 minutes of bouncing off the docks, he asked me if I wanted to give it a try. I just asked him, did he want it bow in or aft in? And he said if I could bring it in aft in, that's the cockpit, the rear of the boat, and it'd be easy for him to board the boat because it had the swim step and it was easier to get on. So I just took the boat back out into the channel, went upwind, turned it to parallel the slip, and just let the wind slowly push me up and line me up with the slip. And once it was lined up, I threw it in reverse. It had twin screws on it, so it was really easy to maneuver. And once we started coming in, I just let off the throttle, and then just before we got all the way in, I threw it in drive and brought the boat to a stop. Didn't hit the dock, jumped off. I had my fenders out. People like to call those bumpers, those are called fenders. And I tied it up. And I come from the old school of tying up a boat. We only do the spiral of the extra rope when we're visiting a slip, and not when you're tying up your boat. The line goes from the boat to the dock, on the cleat, back up to the boat, and then wraps around either the cleat, or if it's not long enough to get back up the boat to the cleat, it gets strapped to the actual rope itself, so that it's not hanging and it doesn't mar the dock. Check it out. I see a shout out, and I want to give you a shout out, but I'm driving and I can't. I do see a bunch of traffic. If we come to a stop, let's see, do I have glasses? I most certainly do. Scratched up here. Look how scratched up that lens is. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Mr. Honda. Yeah, the lane you were in actually was moving better than the one that you just cut me off from. Let's see if I can give somebody a shout out. I cannot read it. I'm going slow right now, but I'm still. I don't think this is stop and go. It looks like it just slowed down maybe 10 miles an hour. It's so funny. The carpool lane, the lane that you would think that wouldn't stop in all this, is at a complete stop. But main lanes of traffic are just moving. Well, we passed LAX already. That's a good thing. I'm on my way up to Northridge to work on a thing. Do you see me and Theo on in what? I can't. I'm trying to read and drive. Not a good idea. Oh, La Cienega. Oh, that's such a road. I've driven that. We had an earthquake here, and it collapsed a portion of the elevated 10 that went right across La Cienega. And I'm so used to going underneath that, so used to going underneath it, and then it's gone. And to drive up La Cienega and just see daylight where you shouldn't have seen daylight. It was so surreal. Wow. That's so down, just dissipated. It's gone. That started. He said, "Don't talk about traffic. It gets worse." Oh, that's horrible. What is that? And slow down. The guy in front of me looks like he's a framer. He has all these metal. Well, what is that? I don't know. You guys want to see, or hang on? You can see that truck in front of me. Oh, it's all blurry. Hang on, maybe it'll focus in. I don't know if you can see. It's just a bunch of metal pieces on his truck. That's a utility truck. I basically grew up on those. I mean, in my business, growing up in my construction business. I put some home theaters together back when I was young. I was really good. My brain just thinks like that, so I could do surround system. And I wanted to do surround systems right, so I read as many books as I could that I could find on home theater and how a surround system was laid out. Literally learned wrong, but I learned. Till I took THX, I was convinced that they didn't know what they were talking about because I learned from books, and the books told me how to put the speakers around the room. But THX teaches you how they actually program the audio to be played out of the speakers. The rear speakers are supposed to be beside each other in a room, because it's then played from the center of the back of the room to the side of the room in the surround. So if you have it on the back wall off to the side, even though you have the surround speaker up off to the side, you're separating the surround field incorrectly. It doesn't sound right. I know I'm just rambling now, but oh, this is a cool mall I'm passing. They always advertise the iPhone, and for years it's iPhone, 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 and now, for the first time ever that I've noticed, it's Samsung. Like, iPhone, we got your billboard space. Haha. It's like, what? I wonder if they did. Oh, yeah. Now iPhone is on this, on a billboard next to the mall that they used to always advertise right there. It's so funny. You know, Samsung's got it. I'm wondering, they must have did that on purpose. Do you see me in? I can't really read it. Wow, we're already to the 90 freeway. This is where I used to have the Aviator. We used to come up here to Marina Del Rey. And now we're in Newport Beach. We will be there this afternoon or this evening, unless I end up working really late, because I do want to correct the lighting in this home I'm going up to today. The 90 freeway. It's quintessential interchange. I don't know if you can see this. I think it's actually 4 levels. I think there's a 4-level downtown, but I think we're going to go across a bridge. I think if our level does cross, and I think it does, it is. There's 4 levels here. Yes, because right now we're on a bridge. There's a bridge, and there's a bridge over. There's 4 levels. Just yeah, they called the one downtown the 4 level, but that was one too. Oh, hello. I can't really read. Oh, we're slowing down again. Maybe I can. I don't know. Is this? I can't read while I'm driving. It's so hard. But we're slowing down, and maybe, looks like we're going to stop. Looks like we are. Okay, there we go. Whose dad is this bro? I don't know. I do not know. I can't see. I can't read your name. It's Jada Loving. Don't know what that means, but okay. Oh, wow. Is it? It's a little foggy up here. It's been a strange week this week. We're in May, and May's usually a little warmer than it is right now. It's April is gloomy, and this year's May is gloomy. But then again, it does drag into the first 2 weeks of May, and then we're only a couple days out of the first 2 weeks. What is the date? 17th? Let me see here. Today's the 18th. Yeah, so we're 3 or 4 days, 4 days outside of the first 2 weeks of May. So yeah, I guess it's still allowed to be gloomy. But I can't complain about the weather. It's nice. I got a refill. I get those texts when you get the refill. I suffer from influenza. So I have a rescue inhaler, and I have to take this purple disc thing, and you inhale some kind of a powdery stuff, and supposed to be good at it, and it actually does. It makes me feel much better. I've been on that for 2 years now, and I can tell you it's definitely improved my health. So that's good. What else is up? I like the little dinosaur thingies, or crocodiles. What are they? Look like crocodiles. Washington and Venice Boulevard. You can take Washington down. It's just a little north of the marina in Marina del Rey. A lot of great shops off of it. With my brain is just my brain. I'm on the yacht, and the boss calls me. I have a guest coming in the airport. He's going to be there at 4 o'clock. You need to be down there and pick him up. I'm like, oh, it'd be nice if you would have called me, at noon, but you're, calling me at 3. Now, Marina del Rey is just north of LAX, not far at all. But I now have a half an hour to go from the marina to the airport and pick this guy up. So at the time, I'm driving a white Ford Explorer. And it's a limited, so all the bumpers are painted. It doesn't have the chrome bumpers or anything like that. So I'm on my way to pick him up. I'm not in a hurry because the half hour is enough time to get to the airport with extra time, but I don't really have time to spare. So I'm driving down Lincoln, and I'm coming up on Jefferson, and as I'm coming up on the intersection, I just see this guy in my rearview mirror cutting in and out of traffic, and he's just like all over. And I'm like, oh, I hope that guy doesn't get anywhere near me because he's driving erratic. And I'm in 2 cars back from the light as it turned red. So there's a guy in front of me. He's got pole position. I'm behind him. And I see the erratic car driver to my right. And I'm in the far right lane. But he's in the right turn lane. And he is going to turn onto Jefferson. I'm like, oh, this is great. I don't have to deal with this guy. So the light turns green. The guy in front of me takes off. I'm taking off. And out of nowhere, this guy, he's behind a couple cars making a right. Those 2 cars made a right. He jets on the right turn lane and it cuts him over in front of me to get back onto Lincoln. However, as he cuts over, he clips the front of my car. And all I'm thinking is, I'm going to be really late to the airport to pick up this guy. And I already see the damage on this guy's car. So I get out and I go up and I'm just thinking, lucky for you. I just looked at my bumper, saw the little scuff marks, and said, lucky for you, I only got a couple of scuff marks. I'm late for the airport. I'll get this buffed out. No harm, no foul. And he goes, wait. This is your fault. You hit me. And I was like, what? I didn't even hold back. F you. Not only did you're in a right turn lane and you came over and cut me off, blah. Well, I got a dash cam and I'll freaking sue you and make you paint my whole freaking car. He looked over and he saw my dash cam and he goes, oh, never mind. So if you don't have a dash cam, get a dash cam. They save your butt. Ford Lightning off to my right. All those things are so cool. I want one. Somehow I'll get one. I don't know how, but I'll work it out. My breakfast consisted of ham and cheese croissant and a orange juice. Simply orange, pulp free. I'd rather have the pulp. I don't know, that's just me. But more vitamin C, yeah. Now we're passing Wilshire and Sunset Boulevard. Those streets go through Beverly Hills. Built a lot of theaters in Beverly Hills. It's funny. The nicest theater I built was in Newport Beach. Guy spent $250,000. Beautiful theater. And beautiful. I put JBL Professional. I mean, these are actually the speakers you would put probably in a smaller theater, but a actual legit go out to the movies theater where you would go to a movie. And so those were really nice. And I paired them with a high-end THX Ultra 2 rated Denon receiver that use LCR's lines to a separate amplifier, and it was just mind-boggling good sound in that room. I was using an RTX real-time analyzer, digital analyzer, and I balanced that theater, and it was I balanced each speaker to his position. We had two in-wall Atlantic Technology dual driver 10-inch subwoofers. That was just an awesome system. But man, it sounded great. It sounded great. I had to put a lot of glue on a lot of nails and a lot of screws. But that's how you tuned up the system. I hate having to jump up to 70 miles an hour just to get out around somebody. I don't like the fast lane. I just think that's a ticket waiting to happen and an accident, because everybody who drives erratic and fast drives into number 1. But if you're in the number 2 lane, do the speed limit if you can. I ended up behind a guy doing 55, 60 miles an hour. Which meant I had to swing around him in the fast lane, jump all the way up 70 miles an hour just to get around him. I don't like that. So where's anybody from? Anybody want to, I can read a name of a city or country. Do we have anybody from outside of the United States? Just a question. Oh, and thanks for the like, whoever gave me that. Appreciate it. Oh, we're in the Sepulveda Pass, a very famous section of the 405 freeway. A lot of pictures of this thing, basically a parking lot of cars parked on it. This gets jammed in rush hour, both morning and evening. People in the valley trying to get down to the west side. People in the west side trying to get up into, say, Hollywood, Burbank area. Topeka Canyon closed. Use alternate route. And this guy's doing 62, but I'm not going to go into fast lane here. Oh, look, as soon as I went to go around him, he sped up. Maybe. So where are we going? I'm going to Northridge. I'm going to work on this theater that I put together. It's already tuned. I got the projector working great. I got the sound perfect. I programmed the remote. Why am I going back? The lighting is horrible. And that's what we're repairing today. Wow, I wanted to try to be there by 10 o'clock. It's already 10:01. But we're less than 20 minutes away. I do need to stop and grab a couple things at the hardware store, but that's not that bad. Ooh, Ventura Freeway, the 101, 2.5 miles away. Yay! Sepulveda Pass, elevation 1,129 feet. I didn't even realize it was that high. We must have been climbing for some time. Wow, I think over 1,000 feet, that's considered a mountain. We're on top of a mountain. This is probably the highest I've been up above sea level in the last 6 months. Nah, I'm kidding. I've been to Las Vegas. You go over mountains on the way out there. But it's raining now. Oh, it's misty. Sorry, I'm driving. That was the Sepulveda Pass coming down. I just let the truck coast its way down, get as best fuel economy it could. It was fun, but I had to watch where I was going. Yay me. I'm having so much fun right now. Oh, just went under the 101. So we're now north of the 101. We're actually off the side of Burbank Boulevard. I don't really know if this is still Burbank or Burbank's more off of the 5 than the 405. But this is Burbank Boulevard. Okay, we're starting to go back uphill, so now the car is slowing down a little bit. Fun! Going up to the 118. I'm taking that over to Rinaldi. And I'll exit and I'll fish my way over to the client's house. Yay me. So now I'm coming up on Victory Boulevard, and there's Sherman Way, and there's Roscoe. I swear, I'm telling you, you look at the names of these streets around LA, you watch TV, and these writers have no creativity. They can't come up with a name on their own. They just name characters after streets. I guarantee you, Roscoe P. Coltrane was named after that Roscoe Street. Oh, we were doing so well. Gotta go all the way up to the 118. Now we're in a traffic jam. Somebody sent me a video from a 631. Another video. I guarantee you it's a boat, because my boss is out there, the guy who owns the yacht that I'm the captain for. We're trying to buy a smaller boat that I can captain on my own without having another deckhand, so I can take him out on harbor cruises with his friends. And here's the deal. Yes, I like it. That's what we used to do with our boat before this. He's looking at great boats, but we still have this beautiful 90-foot yacht. Where are we going to keep all these things? You only got one slip. And he's thinking, well, we'll get a mooring for the Aviator. So now I'm got a 90-foot yacht that's going to be out in the middle of the bay. I'm going to have to put solar panels up and batteries and a charger unit. And I'm going to have to go out to it every week and fire the motors for, or not the motors, but the generators and the motors. Charge up all the batteries. And anytime I want to do some kind of a maintenance on it, I'm going to have to go to the dock, load up whatever I'm going to go in there with, take every tool in my freaking arsenal, go out to the mooring, because you don't want to have to I need to go to my truck because I need one more tool. No, you don't want that to happen. So you got to take everything. Oh, I don't want a mooring. But I'm the captain. I'm not the owner. Wow, that traffic just dissipated real quick. We're back up to speed right now. That's a giant utility truck right there. From the ground up. That's the name of their company. Certified Clean Air. Almost to the 118. We're at that Roscoe Boulevard. Panorama City. Boulevard is off here to the right, Holiday Inn to my left. Little Cessna flying overhead. For as cloudy as it is, I wouldn't want to go up today. Just, get in a little trouble. Better be instrument ready to go up. There we go, 118, 2.4 miles. Or 2.25. Devonshire. I hear about that a lot. That's the street that you hear on, and there's an accident off of Devonshire in the 405. About a mile and a half up here to the 118. I should probably start getting over now. Oh, that just passed a doppelganger to my truck. It's funny seeing another vehicle that it's identical to the vehicle you're driving in, because you get to see what you look like while you're driving down the road. Kind of cool and fun at the same time. I like driving up the 405s and going up the 5. There's a saying in California: friends don't let friends drive the 5 freeway. Hi, I like that. See, that's a foreign language. I don't know which one it is. But it's cool. Somebody from another country is reading. And I think I'm allowed to press on it and it says translate to English, right? Nah, it doesn't. I wish I could read it. Maybe I can do a screenshot and then have it translated later. Because there's a way to screenshot and then put it into well, then I'd have to print it, because then you can use Google imaging and it looks at it and it'll translate it to English. So it's going to be a little complicated for me to do. I know what I can do. I can, screenshot it. Let's just do that. Boom. Haha, I got it as a screenshot now. And then I can play it on my computer, or not my computer, my television screen. And then I can do the translate. So I'll be able to read that later. I'll give you a shout out for posting it. I think it's cool. Appreciate it. Just don't know what it says. And then later on tonight, I'll be translating, reading, going, oh my God, he said that on my screen? Oh. I don't know. I don't know what it says. Oh, Balboa Boulevard. Yay. So I'm going to go to the client's house first and check in with him, run the parts and everything. Yay! That Volkswagen looks like a Volvo. It's all squared out. It's one of the new electric Volkswagens. Looks like it has a 7 on it. You guys want to see? I know it's going to be blurry. Here, let's see. If you wouldn't know any better, you'd think that's a freaking you'd think that's a Volvo. But that's a Volkswagen. I know it's all blurry. Hang on. Back to me. Back to Walter in the cab of his truck. So we're almost done. We're actually in... They actually called this something Porter Ranch. Yeah. Porter Ranch, next 3 exit. I know I was saying I'm going to North Ranch. But it's Porter Ranch. Wealthy people can live anywhere. And when I was young, I didn't understand it. And my brother had a Ferrari, and he's selling it. And I'm answering the phone. And the guy calls, oh yeah, I'm calling about the Ferrari. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. It's this, that, the other thing, and this is the miles, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, okay. He goes, I'd like to come see it. So I go, well, where are you coming from? And he goes, Anaheim Hills. I didn't know where Anaheim Hills. I go, Anaheim Hills? And the guy goes, rich people live in Anaheim Hills too. Oh, I guess you can be rich anywhere. But I just knew Anaheim Hills is where Disneyland was. And I didn't picture rich people living by Disneyland. And somehow he got that for me. God, that car is weird looking. And then it has a freaking number like 740i. Oh, it was a BMW. It wasn't even a Volkswagen. Oh, I thought it was a Volkswagen. It's a weird looking car. So BMW 740i electric car. Goofy. Ah, come on. So I got my vitamin C for the day. Somebody's going to have to make a nice line of full-size trucks electric, besides just Ford. Cybertruck doesn't count. I just don't see a Cybertruck pulling onto a job site and carrying tools. Cybertruck looks like something for somebody to have and go have fun with. I saw one pulling a boat, and all I thought was, he really wants to pull that into the salt water and launch a boat. But you know, that's because I'm in California and we got the Pacific Ocean. Maybe in freshwater, but even that, Who wants to back an electric truck up to the ocean or to the water at all? You know, I would take the Hummer and I would launch my boat and I would put the back tires in the water up to the rim. And if you know a Hummer, and I'm talking about an H1 Hummer, not these H2s and H3s, a Hummer, original Hummer, that's a big tire. I wouldn't want an electric car anywhere near that much salt water. But I would, I'd launch my boat myself. I didn't want help. I used to take it every time. Get help, get help, get help. No, I know I called my boat, but it was the owner of the yachts offshore. He had a 32-foot Warlock with two 496s, high outputs. The 496 HOs. Bravo ones with IMCO box extenders. I don't know if you know what that is, but that just means that it is freaking really set up really well. I could go 88 miles an hour. I know it sounds like Back to the Future thing, but that's as fast as I could go. They kept telling me, it's a 90 mile an hour boat. I could only get 88 out of it. And I've been on some glassy water. I'd get that trim just perfect, about a quarter trim. Had that boat like, I could still only get 88 out of it. And I did that with a quarter tank. You don't want full tanks. You want light fuel. Just me I'm a skinny guy, and I think at that point in my life, I think I weighed 150. Yeah. Going over to Mr. Ramsey's house. Okay. Hi, Walter Edwards for Mr. Ramsey over on Willow Tree.
Ramsey?
Yes.
Your name?
Walter Edwards.
Walter?
Yes. I'm just waiting for the guard to give me permission to go in. Thank you. So we're in a gated community, and I'm still streaming. You can't see anything. That's a speed bump. So there's going to be quite a few speed bumps here. Notice I'm not driving past. Here's another speed bump. This one looks like more. You get seasick on those things. This is more of a speed bump. It's a stop sign. All right, now we're going to go over one of the wavy bumps. Oh no, don't! Oh, they're tree topping. I swear, there should be a law on the books in California that tree trimming companies should take or there's a book on tree trimming that was produced back in the 1950s, and it still holds true to today. And I know this book. I read it. You know, it wasn't like I wanted to go into tree trimming. It was just like I was into pruning my tree, my roses, and I saw this book, and I just read it, and I learned about tree topping. And that's where they chop all the branches off, and they basically leave the tree looking like a big giant stubbity stump, but where it's still got its height, but it's just insanely not. It's not right. But anyway, I am now going into my clients, so I am going to take you guys up into the attic. So I am going to do a live stream from the attic because that attic is insane. But great having you here. Thanks for saying hi. I'm going to get that translated. I took a screenshot of it. And everybody have a great and awesome day. Bye-bye.